Good morning and welcome to the Dumpster Fire 3.2 here on AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I'm Josh, and you guessed it, my voice still doesn't sound the same. I've been trying to get this thing back after last Monday's little extreme celebration, and it's been a pain because I've been outside of doing the show. I work talking on the phone for over 40 hours a week, so my voice has had no time to recover.
Sounds better than last week, though.
It does sound better than last week. I have my buddy Janice back here on the show again. We're just going to chat it up here for a little while, try to provide some entertainment here for y'all. But this whole week has just been crazy. Thursday, because of my voice and everything, and because there was no way I knew I was going to make it back to back home in time for work, and I didn't really want to use my PTO, unfortunately. Didn't get to go to the parade in person for the Nuggets, but I watched it on TV. That was hilarious. Did you end up watching any of it?
Nah, I was actually here during the parade, but my dad watched it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I watched the entire thing, like, start to finish. It was of the Denver sports parades that I've either seen or that I've been to, because back when the Broncos won the Super Bowl in 2016, I went to that parade.
Dude, that makes me feel old. I was, like, in 5th grade when that happened.
That was 2016. That was 6 years ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah. Actually, well, no, 7 years ago. But anywho, that's not the point. This one was the most unhinged by far. Like last year, the Avalanche winning the Stanley Cup, that parade was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I saw that on the news.
This year they went crazier.
Yeah, because the Nuggets never done it.
The Nuggets never done it, and it was just like the stuff that the players were doing was ridiculous. Like you had AG slamming beers. Everybody was slamming beers.
I saw the stuff from Jokic on
Oh my
the
gosh,
internet.
that was funny. No, and then by the end of it, everybody was swearing up and down. Like every time they were interviewing Coach Malone, because he had like 4 separate interviews, every time he was swearing, and he would like apologize, and then he would talk again and swear more. And then hearing Joker drop the F-bomb on global television, I never thought I'd see, because he's such like a kind of a quiet guy.
He's humble.
He's a very humble guy. And it was hilarious because the whole running bit was on Monday when they won. He was like, oh, I don't know if I want to be there for the parade. He has his horses to look after.
Yeah, because he was talking about just going home.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I got to go home. We have horse racing on Sundays. And by Thursday, and it got even more ridiculous because the truck that him and Jamal Murray were on got mobbed by the crowd. And there was an injury to a police officer. Hope he's doing better. But they had to move Joker and Murray onto a SWAT vehicle to get them to the parade, to get them to Civic Center Park where the rally was.
That's insane.
But also, there's a shot, Joker and Murray on top of a SWAT vehicle with the MVP trophy and the NBA Finals trophy. It's like, that is the hardest picture like you will ever see.
I gotta see this picture now.
Oh, I have it. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Like, no one will, like, that kind of thing, you might not be able to replicate it ever again. Because it was just so, like, the whole parade, honestly, was so bonkers. Yeah, there it is. I mean, I took it from my TV. I'm just showing Janice the picture.
That looks cool, actually.
Right? Like, it's like that's how you show up to a rally. Like freaking SWAT vehicle and everything. And then obviously at the end, Joker just dropping it. He's like, I know at first I said I didn't want to stay on parade, but I want to stay in parade. And he just said it so casually. And obviously, the TV stations, because it was on 7 News, they didn't know he was going to say that. So they had no time to prepare. And then Coach Malone, I got to show you these. He was thugging. Like he got I don't know how he got this necklace, and then with the shades on and everything, and he got like this big old necklace around him. And I'm just telling you, I'm showing Janice the picture right now. Like, look at him, like he is straight up thugging.
Yo, he got the drip.
He got the drip. I was dying. I was like, oh my gosh, because right when he came out first, because they introduced him, he dangled the chain, and it's like, oh gosh, he is thugging on everybody, and it's like, my man, live your best life. Like, you did something that the Nuggets have never done in 47 years. Like, good Lord.
Yeah, I wish I would have been there, but I had no way of getting there and back.
I promise y'all, I'm not dying. At least I hope. Because,
not.
Yeah, no,
that would be tragic.
That would be tragic,
especially on air.
Oh, we're not getting into that. There's whole Reddit threads devoted to people that have departed this land on air. So I'm like, no. I'm not joining that.
You ain't trying to be on
air? No. I already got my own Reddit threads to worry about that we're not going to discuss on air.
Yeah, no, let's not. No.
No. But we've been talking for a while, so now I will go ahead and let it kick back to the music here on AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I'm not going to announce who's up next, but you already know probably who it is. So I'll just let it play. And welcome back to the Dumpster Fire 3.2 here on AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I'm Josh, here with Janice.
Yep, I'm still here.
We still here. I was going to say, Janice, right now we actually just got an ad. I'm going to do a weather check here in a second, but we got an ad for KFC chicken nuggets, and they actually look kind of good.
Yeah, I actually really want to try them.
Same here. Like, I haven't had, fast food, actually, in kind of a while, which is kind of surprising knowing me, because I'm me.
Yeah. I haven't had nuggets in a while. I have fast food every now and then, but I don't have a lot of nuggets.
Like, I noticed, because if I'm here on this side of town, I'm here, most of the day, so half the time, I'm just like, you know what? No, I'm going to go grab something from McDonald's or Wendy's or Five Guys or Popeyes or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I haven't gone to KFC in a while. I think the last time I went was when they had the Jack Harlow meal.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't go to KFC during that.
I think I got it, but the weirdest part was always my dad's like, who's Jack Harlow? And I was like, well, he's kind of a thing now.
He's a person.
And here we go with your weather. Currently in Fort Lupton, we're looking at 72 degrees, a high of 89, a low of 54, partly cloudy skies, no wind. Currently in KFC nugget ads.
KFC ad.
Wow, they are hitting us hard. Currently in Loveland, 66 degrees, a high of 89, a low of 56, fair skies, wind gusts of up to 3 miles per hour. Windsor, we're currently looking at 68 degrees, also close. High of 89, a low of 56, fair skies, and no wind. And on the home campus of Greeley, we're looking at 72 degrees, a high of 89, a low of 56, sunny skies, wind gusts of up to 3 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
No, it's not. It's not that bad.
I mean, hot yesterday.
I mean, I think it's gonna feel. It would feel hotter, except for it's kind of. It says sunny skies, but look, you can see out the window of this fishbowl.
It's kind of cloudy.
It's cloudy, guys. I've had an.
What's with weather apps lying? I mean, the day that we left for
why
Vegas,
you lying?
The day we left for Vegas, my weather app said it was raining, but
it was. Bro,
it was snowing.
The weather change that we had to deal with in the span of a few hours.
We experienced all the seasons in one day, man.
The outfit that I had on was dressed for Vegas. I was like, we're gonna be in the desert, gotta be nice and cool.
You had to give us one last taste of that Colorado weather before we left.
I got to campus and it was snowing, so we had to deal with that. And then it was snow. It was like a snow and rain mix, and we had to deal with that all the way to DIA. All the time waiting for the flight, and then we get to Vegas and it's 85 degrees and it's beautiful. And then coming back was also kind of weird because it was cloudy, and
yeah, it was pretty cloudy.
Our flight kind of close to the end got really turbulent, so it was like, oh no. So it was just some weird weather.
An adventure.
It was an adventure. So it's gonna be. I was gonna say, if you're a gamer, these next 2 weeks are our wallets are going to be taking a hit. Well, actually, I should say the rest of this year, we're just going to be taking hits.
This week, a bunch of games are getting updates. If you follow Ubisoft, X Defiant gets their beta this week.
There we go.
I believe it comes out either today or tomorrow, and it'll be for 3 days, which will be nice.
If you're still one of the few people playing Halo Infinite, in other words, me, Season 4 dropped today, actually.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to have to update that when I get home.
If you play Need for Speed Unbound, the new season comes out today, which adds the DeLorean.
Oh, there you go.
Which is nice, because that's never been in a Need for Speed game. It's usually in, like, Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Or The Crew.
Or, like, Forza or something like that.
Yeah. And then if you play Warframe, tomorrow the new Warframe releases for the game.
There you go. And then on Friday, after years, we're finally getting Final Fantasy 16. Depending on where you go, you might get some goodies with it or not. If you pre-order it through Best Buy, you get a Steelbook case. I'm not sure what GameStop's offering.
GameStop has the Steelbook case and,
do they?
And bonus items
okay.
in-game, which is nice. And you also get like these like miniature flag things for like the factions in the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, because usually Square does do like a pretty good job with pre-order bonuses for most of their games.
Yeah, I was.
They always give something like for Kingdom Hearts 3. I pre-ordered that one, and I actually got like a fabric, like not a regular paper poster, but like a fabric poster, and I ended up with the one I got, and then I have another one that's still unopened that a friend of mine from my other job gave me. So I ended up with 2 of them.
And Final Fantasy VII, I wanted the big one because it came with the figure of Cloud on the motorcycle.
Oh,
but
yeah.
They ran out like.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, like, PlayStation's website crashed when you could pre-order the collector's edition for Spider-Man 2 that had the statue.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, I was like, I wanted it, but I'm like, dang, no luck.
I wanted the God of War Ragnarok. I wanted Mjolnir.
One of my buddies in Denver got that edition. And it's gigantic. I was like, good lord.
Yeah, because when they did the showcase video,
yeah,
like, take my money. But the website, they were like, oh yeah, we're out.
Yeah, no, those sold out fast. I know I think for Resident Evil 4, same thing. Like their collector's editions ran out quick. I'm just waiting to see if there's a restock for any Zelda collector's editions, or at least the Zelda amiibos, because my lord, those disappeared.
I'm wondering when they announce the release date for Silent Hill 2 if they'll have a collector's edition.
If they do, I wanted to have Pyramid Head. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I know in the Konami store when they announced the remake, they released 2 new figures on their website.
Okay.
One's the nurse, the other is Pyramid Head.
Oh, no, I want Pyramid Head. Like, if they do, like, a giant Pyramid Head statue, I want that, because Pyramid Head is my boy. But it'll be crazy. Same thing with the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. We'll see if they do any sort of bonus edition there.
They probably will. It's Konami.
Yeah, I mean, it's Konami, and, like, if they do, like, a little statue of Snake or something, that'd be sick.
That'd be actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Konami, if you're hearing this, don't make it lame. Don't put, like, the headband or an eye patch in the bundle.
Although then, at least the week after that, for me, obviously big wrestling fan, so the AEW game finally comes out on the 29th. I have that pre-ordered.
No, I'm broke.
Yeah, no, I totally, I don't even know why, and I think it might be because of inflation. For some reason, like, paying $60 for a game when it came out, like, didn't feel that bad.
Yeah.
But for some reason, paying $70 just feels painful, which makes no sense to me.
It hurts.
Because it's only $10 extra. Like, I usually end up spending, like, $70 whenever I went to go pick up a game anyways, just because if they had, like little enamel pins or, some extra goodies with the game.
Got to get the merch.
Yeah, like, I'd end up spending $70 or even more anyways when it came out, and nowadays I'm just like, ooh, $70. So I don't really know what it is. I think it's maybe because we've had, if you think about it, we've had basically 2 generations. So over a decade, combined of $60 games, and I think we're just so
we're not used.
We're
to
hardwired to $70 games or to $60 games that 70 just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it feels weird still, and also part of me is like, with the quality of games that have been coming out lately,
Yeah.
you almost think it's not worth it. With the flop we know as Redfall.
Yeah. Although for me it's weird
people.
buying games on Xbox because since I have Game Pass,
Mostly
I very
exclusives.
rarely actually buy a game unless it's a game that I really like that's about to leave Game Pass. Then I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll buy it. Or if it's a game that I just never want to lose access to, same thing. But oftentimes, like if it's on Game Pass, I'm just like downloading it because at first people are like, oh, are you going to pre-order Starfield? And I'm like, I have Game Pass.
I want the controller though.
My friend of mine got the controller.
I want the controller.
I want to see if they do like a limited edition console for it because I don't have a Series X yet. So if they do a cool one,
and
then I'll get that.
Watch.
The watch probably
watch.
The watch probably costs more. Probably costs a lot.
It comes with the deluxe edition if you.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
How much is the deluxe edition?
I don't know. I'm too lazy to check. But knowing Bethesda, it ain't cheap.
Hang on, I'm a look.
Because when they did the showcase, Todd Howard was showing it off because he was rocking it.
Yeah, no, I watched the whole presentation.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
it's
did you think about the Fallout 76 announcement?
I don't know what to.
City.
I really don't know what to think. Oh, here it is. The Constellation. Oh, it's the Constellation edition of the game that has.
You gotta get fancy with with the collector edition names.
That's okay. I mean, we've been waiting for this game for ever.
Take my money, Bethesda.
Alrighty, let's see.
Give me something on Elder Scrolls.
Okay, here we go. The Constellation edition. Oh, Lord. That's expensive. Okay, so here's the other part I think that's a little bit booty. So it's $300.
Yeah.
Comes with the patch, big metal case for the watch, comes with the watch itself,
Yeah.
a steelbook case for the game, but
Don't.
a digital code for the game.
Why do game companies keep doing this?
Like
It defeats the purpose of the steelbook.
I don't get it at all. Like why are you going to release a steelbook case for a digital game? It's like it's meant to hold a disc. You know, you have the case, and I get it. You know, it looks cool, but can you imagine that? Like a friend goes like, "Hey, I want to look," you know, and it's like, "Where's the disc?" Oh no.
Yeah, because I have the steelbook for Uncharted 3 because I bought the collector's edition when that came out.
Yeah.
It looks cooler and feels more satisfying to have a disc in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you show it off,
Yeah.
it just feels better because you have the disc. It feels like you money well spent.
Yeah, like with The Last of Us Part 1, it was kind of the same thing that they were doing a steelbook case for the collector's edition, but a digital copy of the game, and it's like, why? Like Spider-Man is doing the same thing, or Spider-Man 2, I should say, is doing the same thing, that it's like, oh, you get the steelbook case, but a code for the game, and it's like, bro, I want the disc.
That's why
like,
I don't really
I have
pre-order collector's editions anymore.
like I
because-
have my thing with them is like I'll pre-order them, but it's like I expect a disc.
Yeah.
Like I have a metered data plan. I don't have unlimited internet data at home. These games are getting ridiculously huge.
EA, we're looking at you.
I mean, EA is not the only culprit here, but this is what I'm saying. Like, some of us actually still use the discs because it saves us a lot of data. Because if they have, 3/4 of the game already on a disc, that already saved us, 70 gigs or more
And
that we don't
also
need,
for
that we don't have to
collector
worry about.
reasons,
Yeah.
There's always those games you want on disc. Like me
Oh, yeah.
personally, I need God of War Ragnarok on disc. I could easily
I have the
buy it on
PS4
digital,
version on disc.
but if I get the PS5 version on the disc version for Ragnarok, I will officially have all the God of War games on disc.
Yeah.
Same with my dad with Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
He has the whole Silent Hill collection on disc,
Yeah.
but the first game.
But also the thing that is kind of annoying me is some companies that are still doing physical discs for games. This one is one that EA was guilty of, and actually Activision did it too with Modern Warfare 2, at least on Xbox. They give you a disc, but the disc has like no data on it.
Yeah,
like on Modern Warfare 2, you stick the disc in and it reads it, and then it's like, oh, starting download, but it's the entire game.
you have to download like each mode separate. So you have to download campaign.
Yeah.
And that's like 3 separate parts. Same with multiplayer,
Mm-hmm.
it's split into 2 parts. And then you have to download Warzone and DMZ separately also, which
Yeah.
I think is dumb. Because if you own Modern Warfare 2
Yeah.
and you update the game, you have to reinstall those packs.
Yeah, no, my whole thing with it is just like if you're gonna offer the disc, at least have some data on the
Yeah.
disc, or at least the base game on the disc,
At
or
least
at
the
least as much of it as
campaign.
you can.
At least the campaign.
Yeah, or something to get started. Because Jedi Survivor, it's the same thing. You can go and buy the disc, and you're like, oh yeah, I have the disc, and you stick the disc in, and the disc has like no data on it other than it's basically a license for you to download a copy of the game, and it's like,
That's dumb.
yeah, no, it's like that defeats the purpose. Like, I get they're trying to save money or whatever, but it's like if you're gonna do a physical disc, put something on it. Like, at the very least, I'd rather pay more to get a disc that has stuff on it than a disc that I just put in and it's just like, oh yeah, here's your license to download a copy of the game. By the way, you have to download the whole game because there's nothing on this disc.
Remember when games used to come with the soundtrack disc?
Oh yeah.
I
mean, I don't mind the way they do it, like with some, like those I don't mind downloading, if a
Yeah.
collector's edition comes with a code for you to download the soundtrack,
like the
then
soundtrack
okay.
for the art book. Like I
Yeah.
have the one for Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, like for me with the Last of Us Part 2, I got the big collector's edition that has the statue of Ellie on it and playing the guitar and everything.
How much was that?
Too much. Worth it. But that one at least had your money's worth because it came with a digital copy of the soundtrack. And it also came with the art book. But the art book was nifty because you got 2 art books. So you got an actual little physical copy of the art book
Oh, cool.
and a digital code to download it onto your PS4 or your PS5.
Depending
and
on
it's
what system you got.
yeah.
it, huh?
Well, actually, like you play it like it shows the best PS4, but anywho's, but like the digital version is really cool because it has all the images and you can zoom in.
Yeah, that's
So it's kind of cool, and then and it'll do it in 4K if you have the TV for it. So it's really cool because the book itself is kind of tiny. It's like maybe like half the size of this keyboard, so it's not a very big book. Like really high quality paper and everything, but it's not that big. So, it's kind of hard to see all the little details. But then, like the digital version of the book on my TV, like being able to zoom in and see all like the little intricacies, like is amazing.
Oh yeah, that's cool. No dying.
I promise you all, I'm not dying. Not yet.
Not your time yet.
Not my time yet. And then, but that's just really kind of the weird thing with games nowadays. I mean, I hope that sooner or later we do get some kind of balance with all of this, just because it is a bit of a pain, like especially for like me, like I like having physical copies of stuff. Like if you're gonna do a physical copy, at least make it worth my while.
Especially when it's a hyped up game, especially like Starfield.
Yeah, like Starfield, crazy cool collector's edition. Like the box that the watch comes in is really cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
But like, how much extra is it gonna cost y'all, Bethesda, Microsoft, to just stick a disc in there? You already have the case. The case is already coming with the game. Just literally a little plastic disc. Just throw it in.
Even better yet, like if they didn't want to give like the game disc,
Yeah.
put like a soundtrack disc or an art
Or something. Yeah.
yeah, like the art book disc. That would be neat.
Yeah. Like, didn't they do like a soundtrack or like a download for the soundtrack for Final Fantasy VII Remake? Or is that just something I'm thinking?
I'm not entirely sure. My dad does have one of the special editions. It was the one that came with the Shinra.
Oh,
metal
okay.
card.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, when we ordered it through GameStop, they did not give us the Shinra card,
Oh no.
so we just have the fancy case. I mean, at least we got the case.
Okay.
So
I
it's
do
not-
like the feature in the game that if you go, you find the jukeboxes and everything, and you find the music songs, that like the Easter eggs is that you can find the songs like from the original soundtrack.
Yeah.
So to me, that's like the nifty part with the 7 remake
Which finally we're getting part 2.
on 2 discs.
Yeah. It's gonna be
So that's gonna be huge. So that makes me wonder: is the remake series gonna be 2 games or 3? Because if they're doing 2 discs, then
It's probably gonna be 3 because the original game
Was-
was 3 discs.
well, yeah. But if you think about it, we're about to hit 3 discs.
And from the looks of it, part 2 does all the content that the actual second disc
Does
covers.
Yeah, I mean, I just think honestly, they gotta. I think they gotta kind of step it in overdrive with getting that third part out, because if you think about it, because at first, and I know COVID hit, so that may have been a big factor in things, because originally
A lot. Of
it was
games
supposed
got
to be
affected.
a lot of games got affected, and originally they were going to do the whole remake series, but they were going to release them kind of quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of the tricky part.
And now that 16's finally gonna come out, part 3 will probably come out faster.
I think part of me wonders if they were just working on it all at once, and they maybe had to slow down because of COVID, and now they can really crank it up and get the third part out.
Yeah.
But
I'm
also,
trying not to like talk about what happened, what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
In part 2, because I know the original game.
like
But
I know
there's-
it, I
there's
know it,
people that
and it's like,
never
oh
played Final Fantasy 7.
yeah,
And they're using the remake.
they're gonna
as
be
their
blown
chance.
away. Yeah, no, it's gonna be crazy. I know I will. Like, I played the demo for 16, and I loved it.
Return of Summon Battles.
It
baby.
was insane. But we have arrived to the main event portion of the show, mostly because I kind of need to save my voice, because I can already feel it fading again, and I'm like, no. And you all know me. You all know I'm way more expressive on air usually, but right now I literally can't, unless y'all want to hear a human voice give out on the radio, which I don't think y'all want to
That
hear.
would be tragic.
That would be. And so what I have done is I have opened up a can of Rockstar Recovery energy drink, the lemonade flavor,
Ooh, interesting.
and a bottle of just regular old orange juice.
What brand we talking here?
Just some regular old Dole orange juice that they have. Shout out to Artie's Bistro for having this. And I'm going to drink them at the same time.
I gotta see this.
This could be good. This could be bad.
This could be really tragic, or
But
it could be
it's-
really funny.
But this show is a dumpster fire. That's the point.
Many ways this could go.
So first I'll get the Rockstar.
I could see it in your face. What's going on in that brain of yours?
Oh.
Oh boy. Were mistakes made?
It doesn't, how do I say this? It doesn't taste that bad until it actually goes down the gullet. That was kind of sour. It tasted almost like a flat mimosa, but like not in a good way.
Oh. Would you recommend that to anyone?
I mean, if I was trying to make a funny out of it, maybe. Like, I would try to convince somebody, be like, guys, this is really good. You should try this. But I'm just like making a joke. Then
You
yeah, I
do it
would. No. But that about does it for our show here today, folks. I promise y'all I will get back to doing longer shows. I just need to get this voice fixed. And it's almost there. It sounds a lot better than last week, but we're almost there. But I do thank you all for listening to this ridiculous show. And this was a dumpster fire, and you were all warned.